Hello guys, this video is in continuation of your earlier class. We were discussing derivation of voltage regulation for leading power factor load. We were here in the last class, that is we were discussing about Pythagoras theorem for this OCE. So OC square is equal to OE square plus CE square. Like I told you, the angle between OC as well as OE or OA, that you can consider it as alpha. Since alpha is very small, so you can ignore it to 0. So if alpha gets 0, then what happens? CE will be equal to 0. So CE I can ignore to 0. So OC will be equal to OE. OC will be equal to OE. Technically, OE will become E2. Okay, so that's why you can see we have replaced here OC by E2. Okay, or you can write down OC instead of OC, you can write down it as OE. Square gets cancelled. So what finally remains here is E2. And anyhow, we know that E2 is already written over here. Yes or not? E2 is already written over here. What is that? You can see OE is equal to OA plus AF minus EF. This is what E2 means. Yes or not? Because E2 is equal to OE. Yes or not? OE is equal to E2 equal to OC. So E2 is equal to directly this formula, right? So it is equal to V2 plus I2 R2E cos phi 2 minus I2 X2E sin phi 2. So we have a regulation formula here. It is percentage R is equal to E2 minus V2 whole divided by V2 into 100, and can take this V2 in the left hand side. So what happens there? E2 minus V2 equal to I2 R2E cos phi 2 minus I2 X2E sin phi 2. So this is what the actually drop in the voltage from no load to certain load. Okay, so I am going to replace this E2 minus V2 by I2 R2E cos phi 2 minus I2 X2E sin phi 2 divided by V2 into 100. So this is the percentage regulation for leading power factor. So if I transfer, so whatever voltage regulation we discussed are with respect to leading as well as lagging with respect to secondary when referred to the secondary. But what we can do here is we can also transfer the quantities from secondary to primary. Secondary to primary. What exactly I am trying to say here is whatever the equations we got are in terms of what secondary. If you want means you can transfer to the primary. Everything will remain same, only what 2 will be replaced by 1. It may be your leading or lagging. See, you can see 2 is replaced by 1 here. 1 cos phi 2 sin phi 2. Okay, but this anyhow regulation with respect to load only, no? So I need to consider the power factor phi 2, not phi 1. Okay, so this is what formula we have when referred to the primary. Okay, everything remains same, cos phi 2 sin phi 2, everything is same. Only one thing what changes is with respect to I2, R2 as well as X2 as well as V2. Okay, V2 will change to V1, I2 will change to I1 and R2 will change to R1E, whereas X2 will change to X1E. Okay, since you are referring to primary here, V1, except this phi 2C. Phi 2 is the one key factor here to remember, not phi 1, because whatever regulation we are doing is with respect to the load. Okay, that again we know that load is connected to the secondary side, not primary side. Okay. So generalized expression for regulation is, so already we derived this for load condition itself, I2 R2E cos phi plus or minus X2E sin phi. Again remember here they haven't mentioned any phi 2 and all. You have to understand that that's a load power factor angle itself for phi, and cos phi is the power factor. Okay, that is, you have to remember this. Okay, it is not like we should mention here. If you want, you can mention in that fashion and you can remember. And this is again plus is for lagging and minus is for leading. You need to remember. And when referred to the primary, like I told you, everything remains same. That is phi remains same, except that all will change. That is 2 will change to 1, R2 will be changed to R1E, X2 will change to X1E, and remaining V2 will change to V1 into 100. Here also same, plus for lagging power factor, minus for leading power factor. Okay. So if you want to calculate regulation for full load, then make sure I2 as well as I1 with respect to primary and I2 is with respect to secondary are full load. Okay, and V2 is the rated terminal voltage, and phi is your load power factor where load is connected. Okay. Now coming to the constants of transformer. See, these are all the formulas which will help in your derivation purpose. You can remember this, but this regulation and all you have to practice this. You may get question based on the regulation. It's constant and all, just you remember this at a glance so that which so that you can solve the problems easily. So we have written here a regulation expression here with when referred to the secondary I2 R2e cos phi plus or minus I2 x2 sin phi divided by E2. Here V2 I have replaced by E2. The reason why we have replaced V2 by E2 is that because we are considering a no load condition. See, for no load condition, E2 will be equal to V2, then only we can replace. If I connect load, then I can't consider V2 by E2. Means I can't replace V2 by E2. It is only true for when I have no load condition. Means your secondary side of the transformer should be open circuited. Okay. So in that sense, they have considered no load condition here. They have written here as E2. Okay. So technically speaking, so E2 will be equal to V2. Yes or not? E2 will be equal to V2. Similarly, we can write expression for percentage R with respect to the referred to primary. Everything, whatever it is there, can write here. Just replace I1 R1e cos phi plus or minus I1 x1e sin phi divided by E1. Okay, here also we are believing the fact E1 is equal to V1 for no load condition. Either you write V1 or E1 doesn't matter because any of both values are same. Yes or not? Now I can split this equation like this. Yes, divide. So I'm going to get what? I2 R2e by E2 as well as I2 x2e by E2. But this term I2 R2e by E2 as well as I1 R1e by E1, if I write here, just now I told you. So I'm going to call it as what? Per unit resistive drop. Okay, this ratio I'm going to call it as what? Per unit resistive drop, denoted as VR. You can replace this whole thing and you can just write down VR. Okay, here VR is equal to what? Per unit resistive drop I2 R2e by E2 is equal to I1 R1e by E1, or equal to I2 R2 by V2 is equal to I1 R1e by V1. You can write like this also. And coming to this, the ratio I2 x2e by E2 as well as I1 x1e by E1 is called as what? Per unit reactive drop. Per unit reactive drop. I'm going to denote it as Vx. Okay, so Vx is per unit reactive drop is equal to I2 x2 by E2 equal to I1 x1e by E1. So Vr and Vx are the constants of transformer. So this Vr as well as Vx are the constants of transformer. It remains always constant. Okay, as the name itself indicates, it doesn't vary with the load condition as well. Okay, I2, because since I'm considering full load current, so this will not change. I2 or I1, E2, V1, that will be fixed, and X2, X1 will be also fixed. Okay, so these are the constants of transformer because of the rated. That's what, if I'm considering the rated everything, means that those things will be constant. Again, like I told you on no load condition, E2 will be equal to V2, E1 equal to V1. That's what I told you now. Okay, again it is written as this type also. Already we have written in that type. Yes or not? I2 R2e by E2 equal to I2 R2e by V2, everything again they have rewritten here, and Vx is same as that of this. Okay, just replace E2 by V2 and we have E1 by E1. Okay, the finally if I want to have a percentage resistive drop, means I need to multiply this term in terms of what? 100, because you can see that I into R product will give me voltage by voltage. Again there is no in SI unit, dimensionless, so you'll get what in terms of decimal here. If you want in terms of percentage and all, we need to multiply with 100, so you can have VR as well as Vx in terms of percentage. So VR into 100 will give you percentage resistive drop, Vx into 100 will give you percentage reactive drop. Okay, now coming to the zero voltage regulation, this is your ideal voltage regulation. This is what we need actually for a transformer. So a better transformer whose efficiency is good has very less regulation. Remember that. Okay, so whichever transformer has less regulation for full load condition, remember that transformer has efficiency good, because drops are less. Yes or not? Drops in the transmission line also less, as well as drops in the windings are also less. Okay, so for a zero voltage regulation, we know that I told you that is only possible when E2 is equal to V2. Yes or not? For no load condition is only possible. So that's why I have taken this condition, E2 is equal to V2. Okay. So E2 minus V2 is equal to 0. Okay, if I take this V2 on the left hand side, right? And again, this formula already written. Yes or not? This is VR cos phi plus or minus Vx sin phi into 100. If you remove 100 means this, it will be like this. And we want regulation as 0. So VR cos phi plus or minus Vx sin phi is equal to 0. This is what they have written here. VR cos phi plus or minus Vx sin phi is equal to 0. Any of they have taken it as what? Negative sign. Negative sign in sense what? Leading power factor. If you want, you can calculate for the lagging power factor as well. So instead of minus, I need to take plus here. Okay, now I have transferred Vx sin phi on the right hand side, so it becomes what? Plus Vx sin phi. VR cos phi is equal to Vx sin phi. If I take cos this side and Vx this side. So what I get is tan phi is equal to VR by Vx. So this is one more way of representation of this. Can take down, if you want phi means, what you can do is phi equal to tan inverse of VR by Vx. If you want to in the form of power factor, if I want to know the power factor of that, means directly what you can do is you can directly cos phi. You can do cos phi. So cos of phi means nothing but what, this, no? So cos of tan inverse of VR by Vx. If I know VR, if I know Vx, then easily I can calculate what power factor. Okay, so this is the leading power factor which voltage regulation becomes 0 while supplying the load. Okay, so this is only true for zero voltage regulation for no load condition. Okay, remember practically there is no interface transformer where regulation is 100% zero. Okay, but you can improve the regulation to as minimum value. Okay, so that efficiency of transformer can be increased. Now coming to the condition for maximum voltage regulation. Already we discussed this. Again we have taken for lagging here, minus is for leading, as we have taken here minus for this thing. And we can take any one of them to have to get the maximum voltage regulation. So percentage R equal to VR cos phi plus Vx sin phi into 100. Okay. To get the maximum voltage regulation, I'm going to derive this percentage R by with respect to phi. Phi is variable. Okay, so I'm going to derive this R by phi. So let's see what we get after derivating the percentage R by phi. So dr by d phi. Okay, and this 100 I told you, can neglect this. I can take it as pu value, can remove percentage and as well. So differentiation of cos phi is minus sin phi, and differentiation of sin phi is cos phi. So plus Vx cos phi minus Vr sin phi. I told you have to equate to 0 for maximum condition. So when I equate to 0, again what happens? Again this side it will go at the right side. So tan phi equal to Vx by Vr I am going to get. Yes or not? Tan phi equal to Vx. Again divide, cross multiply and all, you will get tan phi is equal to Vx by Vr. And Vx, what Vx value we have? Vx value is I2 x2e by V2 and Vr value is I2 R2 by V2. If I divide one by the another, then what I get? I am going to get it as x1e by R1e as well as x2e by R2, because V1 and everything, this I1 gets cancelled. So I'm going to get x1e by R1e as well as x2e by R2e. Okay, and now here you can see I can write this tan phi, that is x2e by R2e, in this fashion as well. How? You can see cos phi is equal to R2e by Z2e, whereas also you can write it as R1e by Z1e. Similarly, sin phi can be written as x2e by Z2e as well as x1e by Z1e. Okay.